Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Bashim Kakadash, the ones to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Greetings and salutations to you, Akim, that are pushing the word in truth and sincerity. This is your brother Yaquab out of Great Millstone, Atlanta. Shalakia. Quick lesson. Just sitting around, how do I say, you know, taking heed and being careful and concerned and wise on not only how you use your time, but who you utilize your time with. All right. Because uh, we've all came from a walk that was of the world before hearing the truth. And in that walk, we met people, and even after we've begun to walk on this path, but we we know people in our lives that are worldly. To simply put it, that are worldly, that are not about Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And we also know people, even people who are in the truth, but may not be compatible for your personality and for your personality and for your capabilities on a daily basis or on often basis. All right, and I'm going to just jump into the scriptures to elaborate more so what I mean by these things. This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 11. It says, "Neither consult with a woman touching her of whom she is jealous, neither with a coward in matters of war, nor with a merchant concerning exchange, nor with a buyer of selling, nor with an envious man of thankfulness, nor with an unmerciful man touching kindness, nor with the slothful for any work, nor with an hireling for a year of finishing work, nor with an idle servant of much business. Hearken not unto these in any matter of counsel." All right, and if I may, especially women, because I know women, and it's not any hate geared towards women or an evil eye, but just understanding that woman is the kryptonite to brothers. All right, women are the biggest weakness for brothers. All right, and women, for the most part, and just to speak plainly, are wicked. Now you do have some righteous women out there, some, very few, but for the most part, and that's more so their nature. They're the weaker vessel, which means they're more susceptible to sin. And women, of course, being women are feminine, and those characteristics can rub off on you. You hanging around women all the damn time. You want to lay up, and that gossiping spirit, that soft spirit that women exercise, that can rub off on you. So it's important, and not try to pinpoint women, but really for all people, people in the world that smoked all the time. You hang around niggas who smoking, then, it's going to put forth temptation for you to smoke. Hanging around adulterous a man, covetous man, speaking about how to run up a bag unrighteously, or speaking about adultery all the damn time, and that's what that's gonna leaven up lust in your heart to commit those iniquities. All right. So verse 12 it says, "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind." Right. So we're supposed to be surrounding ourselves with like-minded people. This is not the same birds of the same flock fly together. I briefly paraphrase, you know. So if you are of, of that flock, or if you are of the same like-minded as the righteous, then you should dwell with the righteous. All right. This, remember that word holy in the Hebrew, which is kodash, means what? Separate, set apart. You know. Let's see here. It says, "But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord, whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry." Right. Whose mind is according to thy mind. Let's see here. I want to get something in Corinthians. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's all right. That's my bad, Shalakia. First Corinthians chapter 15, verse 33, it says, "Be not deceived, evil communication corrupt good manners." Right. So having these unfruitful, unprofitable relationships, worldly relationships, and nobody's saying you can't deal with people that are in the world, because that's really idiotic, because in order to function in this society, you have to deal with people that are in the world. Okay, we're not in 200, or we're not in 1100 BC Judea. Okay, we're in Babylon the Great. So we have to. The scripture says, "Use the world and not abusing the world." All right. So verse 33 says, "Be not deceived, evil communications corrupt good manners." Right. So you hang, like I said earlier, hanging with straight up and down niggas who all they do is talk about heaping up inequity day in and day out. That's going to encourage you or tempt you to engulf and indulge yourselves in those same activities. But if you hang around a righteous man who's talking about the law consistently, and exercising the fruits and the labors of love, then what? That's going to rub off on you and make you what? A better man, a better servant of the Most High. So who we hang around and who we allow to enter into our life intimately, and who we spend the bulk of our time with, has a great effect on our composition and our daily output. And it's another thing, brothers mention this a lot. It's good really to be just in solitude, being by yourself, an individual, because when you're by yourself, you have more time to meditate, to think. You don't really want to always be around people all the time. All right. You really want to, be by yourself. All right, because that's when you can really self-reflect on yourself. You can analyze things that you can't analyze when you got people around you. There's less distractions. You know, you can be more sincere with yourself. And you can work on you, which ultimately is working on and developing the body of Yahweh Shai, you know. So yeah, it's not a long lesson, but you know, a point definitely, Lord willing, was made through the Spirit. So I'm gonna go ahead and give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Kakadash. Shalom and keep the faith.